Yeah, it's a little bit like last week. We played some really good quality footy. This week we held on to possession, so we went into the second half nice and fresh, but we didn't sustain it for 2 weeks in a row. They had 6 sets to 1 and scored 2 tries in 7 minutes, and the game swung the other way. So there's good there, but it's not sustained for 80 minutes, and that's the disappointing thing at the moment. We've obviously got some quality and experience missing, but after having a good spell at half time, there's no reason why the attitude and intent didn't need to be as good as it was in the first half.
Is that basically it, just the inexperience you feel that the team's got?
Well, no, it's not one thing, but I just feel that there's parts in our game that we can be really proud of, and there's other parts in our game we need to improve. And there's young guys playing longer minutes, so obviously that can expose players, but they're going to be better for it. It's certainly not an excuse. And as you just talked about at the start, the first half was very good, the second half wasn't good enough.
Mary, the spine looked good in the first half. There's been so much talk and debate about the makeup of the spine. I read the debating it on Channel 9 tonight. What do you do moving forward? Do you persevere with what you've got?
Yeah, we'll look at it once we do video and stuff, but yeah, there were signs last week as well when we held the footy and got possession. When you're missing important players, you've got to have possession above the 80% to win games against quality football teams, and in the second half we're at 65%. Now that just fatigues you. It's our doing, so we've got to fix it. But when we held the ball over 80% in the first half, we led at half time 12-6. When you've got your full squad, you can afford to drop the possession and defend it. But when you've got players missing, you need to be really clinical and play footy at the right areas. And at the moment, we're not doing that consistently for long enough. That's where we lost it tonight, not the spine.
So you feel they're just not being given a chance, the spine, to play the
Well, I think you were talking how good they were playing at half time. Is that right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's part of it for sure.
Where are you placed, Mary, with Tyson coming back?
No, Tyson won't be back this week. I'm not sure how long. He's in the shed now walking around, so that's a bonus, but definitely not this week, and probably not the week after, one wouldn't think. We've got Corbin back next week. His suspension finishes, so that's one player back from the middle, which is good. And yeah, so we'll just see how everyone pulls up after tonight.
Have you progressed anywhere with the NRL regarding the player to replace Jack? Is that going anywhere?
No.
Will it?
I hope so.
You were frustrated by it?
Yes.
Even if you get cap relief, though, he said, anyway, what can you realistically do at this stage of the year?
Yeah, well, that'll be up to Ian to look what's available once we find out what we can do. Yeah, so first of all, we've got to know the situation and have a good understanding of it, and then Ian will go to work.
I assume your frustration is directed at the NRL, not your own club.
Absolutely.
Is that just because it's taken so long to get some clarification on what you can do?
Yeah.
Do you know what the hold-up is coming from the NRL?
No. I sort of don't get involved because obviously I put my time into coaching and Ian manages the salary cap and stuff, but we're talking about it, so obviously you still feel the same.
But to be clear, Mary, you'd like to sign someone if possible?
Well, we've got a position open in our squad because we've only got 29, including Jack. Yeah.
How did you identify some players?
No.
So you're not in the market yet because you can't?
Well, that's probably a question you've got to direct at Ian. Yeah.
Seriously, I might be paraphrasing pretty thinly here in the commentary, but he said it might be time that management has a conversation with Garrett about leaving early for England. You want to have one eye in the future, the long term, that could be it. Now, forgive me, I am paraphrasing, but that's what I thought he said.
What was around his conversation about that?
Just again, they were debating the spine, what the makeup should be.
He was talking to Jai Field. He was almost suggesting it should be in Jai Field.
Yeah, we've got 4 there now. And Jay's a good quality player and he's a player of our future. But Gareth's certainly what we need for this season. Got a good opportunity in 2019. We've lost our first 2 games, which is disappointing. There's a long way to go in this competition, and Gareth's a big part of our football team. He's our captain, and he'll be in my footy side.
How do you think he's gone at fullback over the first 2 years?
He's had a mixed couple of games. There's been some really good stuff in his game and stuff that he needs to work on, but that happens when you haven't played that position for some time.
He's playing, looks like he's still playing like a playmaker. So you've got 3 playmakers in the line.
Yeah, again, we weren't talking about that at half time. You know, it's only new. We've done a lot of work at training, but in real game time, we've only had two games to and 2 halves and no possession. So, you know, we hold the footy and we work in the right areas of the field, we mightn't be talking about it. But again, you know, we'll have a good look at it at training, but there's no direct blame to any of them at the moment.
Is that where you've got to, like, just back what you're believing to, mate? That you tried something new when you haven't got 2 Origin players?
Sorry?
Well, you're down sort of 2 Origin players.
Yeah.
So, as well as trying to do something.
Yeah, we're down a couple. We're down two Origin players, and you know we lost Leeson and we replaced him with Corbin. He hasn't played yet either, so we're really down 3 quality forwards. You know, that's not ideal if you're a spine player anyway to start with, and then when you don't hold possession, you know, that sort of digs a hole a little bit deeper. So we can work our way out of it, there's no doubt about that. Because we've shown enough in the first 2 games against 2 good teams, we just haven't done it for long enough. And that's the most important thing.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.